Today, I'm going to share with you one of the best tools that I use for scraping LinkedIn profiles and extracting data from it for emails, phone numbers, and whatnot. So, this is the list that I recently pulled for you guys so you can see what you can expect from it. You're going to get the emails, the phone numbers, the first name, last name, the LinkedIn URL, job title, company name, city, and whatnot. So, this is the list the way it looks. So it has pretty much it got a lot of the emails as you see. I think 70% of the emails was found. Anyhow, let's dive in. So the tool called is TrueLeads AI, and I've been using this tool for the last, I think, 2.5 years or so. Even though before it was branded differently, it had different name. So you can grab a free trial right here. Click on the just go to trueleadsai.com and click on Start My Free Trial. You'll be redirected to this page, and on this page, for scraping from LinkedIn and LinkedIn Sales Navigator, we're going to use this specific tool right here. The next step is you need to download the Chrome extension, right? So just clicking on the download the extension. Obviously, I already have it installed. It's right here in my case, but yeah, this is how you're going to see it. You're going to grab the extension and you're going to extract it to, oh, wait a second. Just got to extract it to your where you want to put it. Maybe um, just gonna just gonna go and extract it to. I just want to hear on a desktop. Is it desktop? Let me see. Boom. Yeah, it's desktop. So anyhow, now I got it. So the next step would be is you're gonna go to basically follow the instructions and go to LinkedIn and start searching. But before that, you need to actually install the extension. So you're gonna go to extensions, Chrome/extensions, and you're gonna click on this developer mode. Or if you don't know how to do lazy, don't want to go to this link, you can just click on this thing right here, as you see, and manage extensions. Boom. Again, the next way is actually three ways how you can get it. At least you go to more tools, and I think somewhere here also, or settings somewhere here. So I think settings. Anyhow, you got the point. And now you're gonna load the unpacked extension. When you click on the developer mode, turn it on, then you click, and it's just gonna be it's gonna get right here, and make sure that this toggle on so it works. So anyhow, I already got it. So now I can close this one. And with that being said, actually LinkedIn requires you to use, if you want to do the LinkedIn searches and whatnot, they require you to use premium because they're going to limit you for 5 or 10 searches or something. So that's why you got to have either Sales Navigator or LinkedIn Premium. I just got my new free trial for the Sales Navigator. I use it all the time. I never paid $120 or $100 for it. I usually use different profiles and send referrals to myself, to each other, to all of my accounts, and get them extended for free. Or I buy from resellers for like $25 per month from Fiverr. So just in case you don't have and you don't know how to get this cheaper than $100 or $120, then you can just go to the fiverr.com and type that keyword, activate account Sales Navigator. This way you're going to be able, if you want a Sales Navigator, right? If you don't want to, you can find premium here cheaper than from buying directly from LinkedIn. So, and as you see, $30, this guy will activate your Sales Navigator, but this guy has no reviews, so I would not go with that guy. There's plenty of people here who does do the activate LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You just need to read and check all of the sellers, because some of them just going to do the lead generation for you. That's not what we want. In this case, we want to look, this guy or gal is $25 per month, and she'll activate, I think it's he, is just the image of the girl. So anyhow, this seems to be more reliable gig. It has 82 reviews, so been a long time in the game. I haven't tried this person, so I'm just saying that you're gonna test it for yourself. Make sure you talk before you buy. But anyhow, this is the first way if you want to get it. The second way is actually, since I just got my free trial for a month, I can give you, let me pull it here. I just used two of those referrals. I can give you for 2 months free trial, and then you can cancel again instead of just buying it or whatever. So just drop me a comment in the comment section, and yeah, I probably need to add you as a friend, otherwise you can't I can't send it to you. But that's the point how it works, and I still have 8 of them at the time of recording this video. Right, if you're watching late, probably it's already off. But anyhow, before my free trial expires and before I ran out of these referrals, yeah, if you hit me up, I can send you this 2-month free trial, no problems. So there's two ways, main ways how I get sales navigators, either free for months, for years, or super cheap. So now that we hopefully install our extension, now you go to LinkedIn, you want to refresh your page, because so the tool has actually show up, because probably you didn't refresh your page, and in your case it's not going to be yet here, but I already see it here, obviously, because I use it, and it's super slow. LinkedIn, not LinkedIn super slow, I'm using a sorry, proxy, and it's so slow, man. So anyhow, the next step, so basically, let's go and do the search. First, we can try to do the search on LinkedIn. As I said, this tool, the Truly's AI, works for both LinkedIn and Sales Navigator. So in this case, we can type marketing agency. Let's say I'm targeting marketing agencies, and I'm going to go to people. I am going to choose the location. For example, I'm targeting um, United States, Oregon, and I click show all people. Now it's 588 is because I did this brackets. If I will remove this one, it's going to be probably 1,000 or yeah, even 1,900. But anyhow, I'm going to go. The next thing is I'm going to go to all filters, and I want them have inside of the profiles. First of all, of course, I want them to have, in my case, I want to have them English. I'm not going to, I skip categories, skip all of those things, and I'm just going to go for the title, straightforward. I want to go for SEO, capitals OR. Make sure you're gonna type, instead of small ones, you're gonna type is capitalized, like the big ones, right? Or so go SEO or owner, owner, or as you see, capitalized again. Who else we need? Founder, right? Or oh, or, and I'm go to director, and then I hit enter to see the results. Obviously, it's going to go down. The list is going to go down. Oh, it's actually 1,000, which is pretty dope, because LinkedIn limits you to 1,000 search results, as you see, because we've got 100 pages max, and each page contain 10 people. So that means maximum you can get 1,000. Even if this search going to show you 50,000, 5 million, it doesn't matter. It's going to give you only to get to see 1,000. So that's why we want to always kind of chunk it down to less and less people, under 1,000, at least when you use LinkedIn. If you use Sales Navigator, we're going to chunk for two, up to 2,500, so which is a lot better. I don't like script from LinkedIn, I like from Sales Navigator personally, but both works. So let's say, for example, if it's in this list, is we'll add California, and now we see it's 5,800. That's too much, because again, we're just able to see the first 100 pages and 10 leads in each. So that means all other leads, they're going to be just, we're not going to be able to capture them. And that's how LinkedIn works. So it's not about Truly's AI, it's how LinkedIn operates. So in this case, how we're going to chunk it down? Well, just like I said, you remove the state or the city, or you just get smaller location, right? Smaller size location, and then you add in more and more until you get to this list up to 1,000 in this case, or Sales Navigator is going to be 2,500. So again, show results. I see the results, and now all I'm going to do is I'm going to click this extension. And by the way, you gotta go to, let me go back to this tool. And when we go to LinkedIn, you gotta create your list, the list that you're gonna extract to. So I click create a list, and what are we targeting? Marketing agencies. I'm going to call it marketing agency. And what was the origin? I'm going to, that's how I'm going to name my list. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to click create list. And now we've got the list. It's here instead of the true list AI. Now we need to refresh the page again. So this list going to appear here. Oh, it's already, yeah, I just click, as you see, oh, dude. I just click refresh my list. And now I see instead of the marketing agencies Ohio, I see the marketing agency Oregon, right? So that's exactly the list that I just created. So I want to go and scrape list here. So in this case, it's simple. With a click of the button, I just click extract emails from this search, and the tool will start working. One of the downside that I don't like, dude, like I scraped over, I think, under a million leads from LinkedIn. Definitely more than few hundred thousands of leads from LinkedIn over the last 2.5 years using this tool. And one of the things that I don't like about this tool is it's super slow. So it's maybe it's good for protection. Well, I never got my account banned from about by using this tool, but uh, I don't know, but it's just taking a lot of time. As you see, the second count is going down, and then it's going to scrape 10 leads and then 10 leads again because of the page. The page size is 10 here, so it's pretty slow. For the same time, you can scrape on Sales Navigator 2,500. So I like this more. But anyhow, this is how it works. I'm going to click pause right now. I meant I'm going to cancel that right now because we don't want to wait it. But that's how it works, right? Usually, I put it. It's usually take about 29 to 30 minutes to scrape 2,500 leads if you use Sales Navigator. Um, and usually I just go for a walk or read a book or lifting weights or whatever, do my stuff, and then I just set up timer for 30 minutes, and within like 2 hours I can scrape 10,000 leads from Sales Navigator using this tool. So anyhow, as you see, it scraped so far 10, and then it's going to scrape more and more and more. We're not going to wait for that, just trust it, it's going to go. And as you see now, we already see it appears here. So it out of the 10 people that is scraped from the LinkedIn search, 8 of them do have emails so far, and it's going to be adapt and adapt as the tool is rolling. The number two thing that I don't like about this tool, now, emails are pretty good here. I like it. That's why I kind of use it most of the time for emails. The phone numbers aren't the best here, so I don't use it for scraping phone numbers, even though it provides them. And one other thing that I don't like, because as I said, you need to wait a long time, and you cannot just go and do your stuff here, for example, because while you're on other pages on other windows, it's just the tool isn't gonna scrape. It's gonna be so slow. Like, so you always kind of need to keep it open in the window. In this case, it's gonna scrape kind of a lot better, right? So that's the downside of the tool, but it is what it is. So I still use it anyhow. Let's me click stop, and now let's go and navigate to Sales Navigator. I guess I'm gonna, where's my Sales Navigator? Close this one. Okay, Sales Navigator. I also type already search here. A marketing agency. Again, you can type whatever you want, right? By the way, if you don't know how to get to this point, let me go back to LinkedIn, and you just click on Sales Navigator here, just in case you're not sure how it works. And then you're gonna go click on lead filters. This is how you'll be able to get to this page. And in my case, I'm just going to close it because I already opened it here, and I put already a couple of searches. So again, I type my keywords. It's like marketing agencies, for example. I'm targeting different marketing agencies and whatnot. I will mainly, how I do my search, I'm doing it pretty broad because most of those filters are actually messed up, what I found in Sales Navigator, and they are not really accurate and whatnot. So I usually go for owner, co-founder, co-owner, founder, partner, chief executive officer, and sometimes director or president. Depends on the size of the company that I'm going after, right? I skip entry level, seniority level, because a lot of the time, just think about how people use LinkedIn. Sometimes they work somewhere and then they change profession, right? Or they change their like seniority level in real life, but they forgot to go and update it on their profile. So a lot of the times you might be, that's what creates this unupdated data from the LinkedIn a lot of the time. So I like to keep it without it. I just exclude everything, I mean, not even include. So this is how I use it. Business functions. any functions and don't put it. Same with the even industries. Like you would probably think if I target marketing agency, I'd better go and put the um, industry like marketing and advertisement, which again, not I'm not going to do it because a lot of the companies, a lot of the people, they don't even put this thing. They might put in let's say marketing agency targeting construction companies and whatnot, right? So they're going to put construction sometimes, right? It's up to person what to put there, and in this case you might miss on the opportunities, on the leads this way. So again, it's just my approach. I've been scraping I've been using this tool for so many years, and I've tried different ways, super targeted, laser focus, and this and that. And this is just how I found it work. And then usually I scrape a ton of leads, and then using the Google Sheet, I would just exclude the ones that doesn't match certain keywords or whatnot. So anyhow, I'm gonna put the English in the profiles because it's important for me. For you, you're gonna put whatever you want. And as you see, here is this is the perfect idea what we want to see on the Sales Navigator in terms of the results, right? We want to see two and a half, or sorry, 2+ key results. 2+, that means it's up to 2,500. And this is exactly what we need instead of so we don't miss the leads. We need to aim up to 2,500. In this case, it should say here 2,000. If you see 2,500 plus, that means it's 2.5 to 3,000 already, right? And in this case, you're going to miss on the leads. And the reason being is because the Sales Navigator and LinkedIn works this way. It gives you, again, 100 pages, same as on LinkedIn. LinkedIn Sales Navigator give you 100 pages, but in this case, it's 25 people per search per page, which is gets this 2,500 that you can scrape. So it's a lot better than just LinkedIn, and the targeting a little bit better, not all of that much. So anyhow, I don't use most of these features, but I like to scrape 2,500 leads under 30 minutes. I'm under 29 minutes or so using Trulis AI. So my search is perfect. Again, if we would have here Virginia and we would have 3,000 plus, I would not scrape because I knew I would miss on 1,000 or something opportunities leads in this case. So I would chunk it down, chunk it down as much as I need in order to get it under two. If you have 1.5 plus, that's okay. Depends on the lead side and the audience that you're going after, right? I'm just saying in my example, there's so much marketing agencies in the US alone. And so I'm going to be chunking down. So I'm going to click extract leads and we're going to change it to, what was it? Was it? Oh, I guess we need to refresh it. Refresh. Ohio, and we wanted what? We didn't want Ohio, we wanted origin. Okay, I see origin. Now I'm going to click extract leads, and in this case, it's going to be 2.5 times faster, as I said, because one page would be scraped with 25 leads. We're not going to wait that. Make sure you're on this page. So another thing that I want to say, let's imagine I did scrape this list, and it's going to go to the same, by the way, list that we create inside of Trulis AI, inside of this section that's called Scrape LinkedIn, and yeah, and go to my list. So one of the important thing that I want to mention. Oh, by the way, if you wanna get my system, how I book 20 to 50 plus sales calls per month on autopilot using cold email, you can grab this guide for yourself. And whether you book in calls or whether you just want to have the infrastructure so you can send 50,000 emails on autopilot as I do per month, you can use this guide. There's step by step. There's a few pillars that we're going to discover: how to land in primary inboxes, how to target qualified leads, right? How to copy paste, how to basically convert people, how to write scripts, how to manage inboxes and whatnot. So you can go to trueleadsai.com/cold email. Yeah. And you can just put your name, click this button, boom, and you're gonna get via email. So anyhow, let me go back to this search, and as you see, we extracted already 25, and 24 of which were saved to our account. It's right here, as you see, 44 leads scraped, 37 emails found. So yeah, so those are the main things. Now you might ask, so what next? What if I scrape 2,000 plus leads, how can I chunk it down and get it further and further? So let's, for this sake example, close this tool, stop the process of scraping, and let's say I already did this. I scraped these people. So what I'm going to do the next, I'm going to exclude them, so they're not going to get to the search, and then I'm going to chunk it down and go back. And as you see, marketing agency 130,000. That you cannot scrape them because LinkedIn allows you only 2,500. So what you can go is, I'm going to just go state by state or city by city, depending on the size. Let's say it's California, and let's say it's a big site. State with the, yeah, that's a perfect example. I wanted you to show that. So it's 9,000 people in the state. In this case, I'm going to chunk it down city by city, not every city by city, but main cities, and then I'm going to export from that. And then let me actually show you. So California is way too big site. Let's go to them. What do we have inside of California? We have Sacramento. Let's say Sacramento County, if we choose it, and we see how many leads there. 207, not enough. 207, I don't want to scrape just 207. It's just not funny. Let's go to San Diego County. Okay, 1,000 plus. I want to ideally 2,000 plus. So we're trying to, the biggest probably San Francisco. This one is going to be too much. Yeah, so we're going to remove the Sacramento. Right now, you see it's not perfect because that means 2,500 plus. So it can be 2,501, but you never know. It can be up to 3,000 leads, right? Let's say 2,999. I don't want to miss on those leads. So in this case, I would probably remove the San Diego, for example, and add again like Sacramento or Portland. Like as you see, it's a small one. Oh no, we're not gonna. We just want to Fresno maybe, or county, and we add Sacramento County. Oh, also no need to add Sacramento. As you see, now we have a perfect search, 2,000 plus. This is what I want to scrape, and I'm gonna turn on the tool again. I'm gonna click export, make sure the list is correct. Yes, my list called. This is how I call the list. Oh, even though it's origin, but you got the point. In this case, I'm already scraping California. It doesn't really matter. It's for you to find your list. So let me go back. Yeah, and I'm gonna scrape this one. I'm gonna set the timer for 29, like 30 minutes. I'm gonna go do my stuff, and then when I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna go and continue until I scrape the entire, in this case, marketing agencies in the entire world, 130,000, right? I think in one day the most that I scraped was 25,000 leads from Sales Navigator, and in a day. But yeah, anyhow, LinkedIn is always limits you uh, and do a lot of things that a lot. Sometimes you might scrape, and then you see that there is an error like saying, hey, you already used Sales Navigator too much for today, try tomorrow, or something like that, right? So they, and it's not about the tool, not about the automations, it's just LinkedIn sees that you scrolling through those pages and it's too much of the scroll, right? They just kind of always limiting us. But anyhow, this is one of the safest tools, and that's why on the market, that's why I use it for so many years. And yeah, one of the things that I want to point out is, despite of the tools, I know most of the lead scraping tools and email tools, they say that emails are verified. I say never ever trust any tool, including Truly's AI. Whatever the tools you use, always use a third party verification tool for emails, because your emails, not in this case, you're not gonna destroy your reputation for a domain, sending domain and emails, because you need to verify, double verify them to lower the bounce rate and whatnot of your emails. So same with the Truth AI. Don't trust like that everything is verified. The emails, a lot of the times you need to go through, all of the times you need to go through the third parties. What I use is either Million Verifier. It's like I think $15 per month. And I also purchased this Reon email verifier on AppSumo a long time ago. And this is what I use. It's one time. I like this because it's one time, $79. I paid, I think I used two coupons instead of one, and In my case, it gave me 1,200 per day. Every day I can validate 1,200 emails per day, and it give you one time 220K. Well, in your case, if you're going to get one coupon, I think I have two. So this is dope deal. You can use whatever you want, like Never Bounce or whatever, but that's what I use usually. AppSumo, and this one is cheap, $15 per month, and you get like 10,000, I think, emails per day. So it's like 300,000 per month if you're gonna use every day. So anyhow, I hope that was helpful. Don't forget to grab to get a free trial of Trulis AI. They do limit you. It's like, I think, 7 days free trial, and they limit the amount of credits you can use. So it's not unlimited. In terms to get unlimited, you got to pay. But yeah, you can give it a try. If you don't want to, you can grab my guide as well, so you can know exactly how my entire system, right? Cold email system.